The gang that kidnapped a group of 17 missionaries in Haiti is reportedly asking for $17 million US for their release. The 16 Americans and 1 Canadian were on their way home from an orphanage in a suburb just outside of Port-au-Prince Saturday. That's where they were kidnapped by the powerful 400 Mowozo gang. The Wall Street Journal is reporting the Haitian Justice Minister says the group is being held in a safe house and the gang is demanding $1 million each for their release. I'm joined now by the former ambassador to Canada to Haiti, Gilles Rivard. Gilles, good morning.
Good morning, Marcia.
So many questions for you. First of all, let's just talk about this astronomical amount of money that this gang wants. Are they going to get it?
Well, it's a lot of money, and I'm sure that the NGO probably don't have that money. Now, this is typical of a gang who kidnap foreigners, and they believe that they can get, they can break the bank. The situation normally in Haiti, the ransom is around $20,000, and now they ask 50 times more for one person, $17 million. Honestly, I don't believe that they're going to get that money. This is why the negotiation can last for days, if it's not weeks. We have to take into account that a baby of only 8 months have been kidnapped. So this situation is just awful, considering the situation in Haiti and the number of people kidnapped and the condition in which they are at this moment.
Yeah, what do you know about this gang, this 400 Mowozo?
This gang didn't exist until 3 years ago, has many other street gangs. Nature abhors a vacuum. In this situation, the vacuum in Haiti is a political vacuum that then percolates into the security situation. This is why these street gangs proliferate in the last 3 years as we've never seen before. I've never heard of that group before. Now they are becoming famous, and not for the good reason. And the situation is so bad that the number of kidnapping in Haiti has been over 600 in the last, year probably, which is terrible. We haven't never seen that before. When I was ambassador, we had a couple of kidnapping, but we were talking about 5, 10 in a year. It's just an indication of how the situation is bad in this very poor country.
Right, and just spiraling downwards, and even more so since the assassination of its leader. Can you describe what is happening there in terms of security on the streets? It seems that it's just lawlessness.
Well, we cannot even talk about security. There is neighborhood in Port-au-Prince that are probably more secure. I'm talking about Pétionville and the neighborhood that are populated with rich people, where the HNP, Haitian National Police, can patrol. That's probably is not an issue. You will notice that the kidnappers kidnap in the suburb of Port-au-Prince, the road that take you to the north of the country or the road that take you to the south of the country. In the case of these missionaries, they've been kidnapped when they were going back home in Gantier, which is the road that takes you to the north to Cap-Haïtien. So this is where the HNP has no control. Even these gangs are taxing people in their neighborhood. It's just an indication on how they control the situation. HNP would not dare to go in this part of the suburb of Port-au-Prince. They lost totally control. It's unfortunate that these missionaries were kidnapped on that road, but that was not predictable. But they were taking big chances by traveling on daylight. Probably they knew that they were moving from their compound. So that's the situation, unfortunately, now in the capital.
All right, one last quick question, please. I'm just about out of time. The FBI is now involved. What role do you think Canada will play in the release of the Canadian who has now been kidnapped?
You say FBI, RCMP, State Department, Global Affairs Canada. Our ambassador is probably spend 90% of his time over the phone or communicating with these people. We have a Canadian there, so we have a role to play. And I'm sure that the department is spending no effort to try to free the hostages. Now, it's going to be complicated. As I said, 17 people, big gang. It's very bad, and it sent a very bad signal in this country by kidnapping foreigners.
Gilles Rivard, former ambassador of Canada to Haiti, thank you so much for your time with us. You have incredible insight into what is happening there on the ground, and we really appreciate it.